Hello and welcome to another live stream. I'm alone. Okay, yeah, here you are. Why just captions? Anyways, hi, welcome to another stream. Starting strong.
What's happening?
My name is Daviscourt. I am a children's book illustrator. This is Anthony Sims. He's my best friend and he's well hydrated. Look at that cup, almost empty. Ooh. Or partially full, depending on how you look at it.
Well, empty. Yeah. It's in the process of being depleted, not being filled.
Yeah. I want an ever-flowing chalice. Could that just happen? I want one that just keeps refilling.
It pretty much does at your house.
Yeah, kind of. It takes work. I have to do it myself.
I pee a lot when I'm there.
That's good. I mean, better for your kidneys, yes? Everybody stay hydrated. That's the reminder for today. Hey, Jake says he needs a refill. Now's the perfect time. We're just starting. It's fine. We'll goof around a bit. Go get water.
We're still getting things set up. OBS is going to crash in a couple of minutes.
Hey, shh. If it doesn't know it can do that, it won't. No, I tried to fix the OBS problems. If you didn't catch the last stream we did, it was a special one. It was a sleepover with Anthony and I in the apartment behind me. But now Anthony's back to his cool basement. Not in your cute little bunny hood
Is
thing.
it hot there right now?
Yeah, it's hecka hot. What?
Is it
Duh.
as hot as it was yesterday?
I'd say it's getting there. Honestly, it's pretty toasty. I'm wearing sleeveless, so I'm a little bit better off.
I wore a sweater up until 10 minutes ago.
You crazy, man. How you do that?
Nice and chilly down here.
Hobbits had it right. Live in a hole. It's the best way to be. So definitely stay cool, everyone, or warm, depending on where you're coming from. And let us know in the chat if you're coming from far-flung places. It's always fun to know generally where people are. Obviously, don't put your address or anything. But just in general, so that we can kind of get an idea for time zones, what you're doing. I know that Jake's always I gotta go make dinner, so it's that kind of time period for him, so it's nice to know for everybody.
It's usually near the end of the stream that he has to make dinner, so it kind of works out.
Oh, it works out perfectly. So hey, Ale in the chat says, finally I'm catching a live stream live. We love to see it. Yes. That was one of the reasons that we did the late night stream, by the way, is so that we could catch people at a different time zone, so that we could see if, it would, I don't know. It's not something we could do regularly probably, but the idea that we could reach people who don't usually get to see it live was a fun idea. So I had a blast. Anthony, how did you feel?
It was pretty good.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't go to the extremes on anything.
Never extreme. Never. Oh. Okay, so I wanted to jump in today to something a little bit new. So before the streams, I had a horrible sleep last night. So I feel like I need a nap big time, but I didn't have enough time for a nap where it was a good period of time. I had about 15 minutes. So I closed my eyes for 15 minutes, which I would recommend for everybody to do. Just lay down, think of nothing, empty head. And oh my gosh, we've got so many new people in the chat. It's exciting. Anyway, so when I was laying there, I was thinking about what I wanted to draw today, and I had this image in my mind that popped up, and I was like, that would make for a good phone wallpaper. And then I was like, I have a few ideas for phone wallpapers. And then I was like, what if we just generally make a challenge for anybody who wants to join in to make a wallpaper, which, I mean, really, what is a wallpaper? It's just a piece of artwork that you are intending for digital use. So it would be probably an RGB. And I think that that's a really fun challenge to kind of have a motif around, so that each week or whenever you want to do it, we can have a new theme, and then you just try to make whatever comes to your mind. So I chose today's theme as dark mode because that was the image that popped into my mind that I want to draw for you guys. So take it or leave it, do whatever you want. I'm putting this back down. There you go.
Rin says, actually, I love dark mode things because I have extremely photosensitive eyes, and it just helps.
How about that? I love dark mode everything. I think the only time it doesn't work is if there's glare in any way, and then you can't see, our TV. Anthony, you've experienced that, right? It's super dark, and you're like, where's the angle I can see it at? Nighttime, pitch black, all lights off. But then with phones, it's like essential. You know, if you're having a phone blaring light in your face, it's just the worst. So I thought dark mode would be great. Also, I had a request. Somebody saw my latest link piece. You can find my links down below. Link as in from Legend of Zelda. And that was, the request was, instead of a white background, could you make it something darker so that I could put it on my phone as a wallpaper and have it be dark mode. Now, I give my wallpapers as part of my Patreon, so I'm not going to like give it to them for free. But the idea of a dark mode wallpaper just makes me happy, so I kind of wanted to take that and run with it. Whoa, we're seeing so many different places in the chat. Can you read some of these off?
Yeah, we've got Wellington, New Zealand, Australia, Kiev, and Anthony Jackson from Texas. I have an album of wallpapers from over the years. This challenge sounds right up my alley.
Yes, Anthony Jackson, I'd love to see your take on it. I have a iPhone ratio here, generally 16:9. I think that the newest one, they did something weird and made it like longer or whatever. But I'm just going to generally put it in here and then see, like, if we need more room on any side, we can finagle it, you know? So this is just the starting ratio that I'm using. So 16 tall, 9 wide, but you can make it smaller if you don't want that big of a file. It's up to you. And I'm just going to start with a dark color so that we can get rolling into that dark mode mood. You know, you got to have a background that just makes it feel cozy and dark.
Alessandra tuning in from Boston.
Boston! What up, Boston? Oh, yeah. Oh, and did you know in Photoshop you can click on the gray space around your canvas and make it into different colors? So we could even do like black. So it's like, oh.
The darkest of modes.
The darkest of modes. Ah, the pitch black. I like it. I dig it. For this one, at least. Okay, so one of my favorite things to do when I'm choosing a background color is instead of going like color fill, you just choose one color and then you pop in a hue saturation adjustment layer. And then you can really like figure out, do I want it warmer, cooler, saturation up, down, lightness, dark, light, what. So that's what I'm going to do. Just finagle around a bit. Beep, beep. And I want it kind of desaturated in the background. I'll let you know what my idea was as I sketch it. What do you think, Anthony? Is this a color you would want in your phone?
Yeah, a dark purple kind of color. Ryan Selby in the chat.
Ryan! Oh, I mean, hello, welcome to the stream. If you don't follow Ryan Selby already, you should. You gotta click on the profile, follow, and every time he goes live, then you'll see the notification for it. Also, I mentioned that my links are in the description. There's also links for Anthony, and there's also links for our two wonderful mods, Joe and Kendall. So check everything out. We have lovingly chosen these links for you, so please enjoy them. Hey, and I see Ibrahim, hello! And I am so bad at saying hi to everybody today. Hi, Alessandra. Hi, Anthony Jackson. Hey, Ryan. What's up? Oh, I don't know what your name is because I don't read. I believe it's Cyrillic, but saying hello from Kiev. Hello. So good to see you. I'll call you E because I know that one at the beginning. Does that sound good, Anthony?
Is that how you pronounce that character?
Don't know, but trying. Don't know, but trying. Hey, is that the subtitle of our podcast?
Maybe.
And Daniel and Anonymous Panda and Daphnis let us know how to pronounce everything, and we apologize for mispronouncing it, just by the way. Okay, I'm going to start sketching, so feel free to read out whatever you want.
Rin says, quote, I see a sunlit room and want it painted black, dark as night forevermore, never to turn back. Botched and revamped lyrics,
black.
brought to you by Rinny.
Nice. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah, it's originally from you. If you guys don't know that, that's a song, Paint It Black. It's the Rolling Stones, right? Am I wrong about that? I'm not sure. And I want to paint it black.
I'll default to you and say yes.
Thank you. Thank you. So my idea here was I wanted some mushrooms, because mushrooms are always good. Not super like I don't know which mushrooms yet. I think we could probably look up some like reference for mushrooms, find a really cool like nighty one. Ooh, nighty. Nightcaps? Is that? No, that's a drinking thing, right? Are any mushrooms called nightcaps? Am I crazy?
That sounds familiar.
Sounds familiar.
Nightshade, nightcap.
Nightshade. Deadly nightshade. And then from it, I had this like little, I don't know, imagining of a possibility of little stars hanging from it and making them glow, like a warm glow underneath this kind of, I don't know what color story I want to do for the mushrooms. I think that would come from reference, but we could do a kind of starting from a very monotone color scheme and then add in a little bit of brightness to it, just so we have I think night mode works best when you have some kind of light working with it. Like, oh, one of my favorite backgrounds is like neon things but in like a dark rainy place. So pretty, so pretty. Usually I'm not a fan of neon, but it's so calm when it's like nighttime.
Rin says, I think so. I know the Vanessa Carlton cover from my angsty preteen years. And Ryan says, nightcaps are a drink.
Yeah. Anna, what are you thinking?
Made from mushrooms.
We could make something up here. I'm not sure. Maybe like a sleeping snail? I don't know. Anthony, whatever you want, I'll put here.
If it's neon lights, shouldn't it be like a raving snail?
It's not neon lights. I was just talking about neon as an example of a background that's in dark mode.
Oh. Anthony Jackson says, glow-in-the-dark mushrooms would be awesome for a dark mode wallpaper.
Too true. I love bioluminescence so much. We might do that. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna nail us down to anything yet. Maybe some other plants back here. You know we love our plants here, especially like differently sized plants. I'm thinking of the garden piece, the Hopeful Garden.
Anonymous Panda says, seems like a Harry Potter thing. Ooh.
Harry Potter thing. Like a nightcap or mushrooms? I don't know. We'll see. Okay, I'm gonna look up mushroom types. We'll see what we
Jake
find.
Green says, criminy, apparently my internet is having a Monday.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. Let us know if it's on our side. If anybody else is having lag or issues or anything like that, let us know. And Jake, I'm so sorry. It sucks when internet is just like, well, I don't wanna. Oh, look at them. Oh my gosh, I love, love, love enoki mushroom so much. We need to do an enoki mushroom something someday. Jake says it's definitely my side. Darn it! Call your internet people, complain. It's fine now, never mind. Take back your complaint. Okay, so, let's see. I need more information. Oh, portabella. One of my favorites to eat. Enoki. Oh my gosh, enoki might be my favorite. Ooh, maitake though? Oh. Have you ever had maitake mushrooms?
I don't know. What are those ones on the bottom left? They look like they were in a jar or something.
Those are beach. Beach, please. Beach mushrooms are petite with either all white or light brown caps. I have never seen them, so I'm not sure, but they look really cool.
What a stock.
What a stock! Oh, you want a hefty stock? Get a porcini. Oh my gosh, those are big boys. So good. Okay, so I know I want one with a pretty flat top. So looking for that. If you see any, shout it out. I mean, I love the red with the white spots. That's always going to be a good one. Can't read the name, too small. But we could look. Ooh, oyster mushrooms, always fun, always fun.
Yeah, oyster mushrooms are great. I actually have some glow-in-the-dark magnet oyster mushrooms.
Glow-in-the-dark magnet oyster mushrooms?
Yeah.
That's just the dream. That's everything I
They're
want.
They're really cool.
Ugh, that's awesome.
Rin says, bioluminescence is amazing. And Alessandra says, Anna, guess what animal I saw this weekend?
What? What'd you see? Capybara?
And Rin says, look up lion's mane mushrooms. Just found out about them being a new health food thing.
Yes, I have actually had them before, and they're really good. I enjoy it. It's because they're so fluffy on the outside, they can capture so much flavor. We found these at Whole Foods near us, and it looks exactly like this. They're basically just fur on the outside. So I believe we sauteed them with like a little kind of sauce, maybe like a garlic teriyaki or something like that, and it was very good. I love mushrooms though, so
What would you compare the flavor to, or how would you describe it?
I mean, it's not crazy different. I think it's more texture based, and I think it was a pretty hearty one. It's kind of like meaty, which means to me just like a firmer chew is needed to get through it. It doesn't like fall apart in your mouth or anything like that. And then the furry outside kind of, it's like a peach on steroids or something like that. Like that softness, but then I guess cooked it's a little less like, it's not super fluffy, it's just an interesting texture. It was very good. I would recommend just trying one. I think, well, one fun thing that we started doing when we were going to Whole Foods in person way back when was whenever there was something different that we hadn't seen before, oh my gosh, so much fun at H Mart. Go to an Asian food store if you can, and if you're not familiar with the things that they have, just try something new that you have no idea like exactly what to do with it, and then like look up how maybe to cook it, and it's just fun. It's so experimental and amazing. I think we also tried lobster mushrooms that way, which smells straight up seafood. A little off-putting for me, but it was delicious. So, never had a mushroom I didn't like, honestly.
Rin says the red with white spots are typically a type of amanita.
Amanita! I was going to say that.
At least for the well-known types. And Alessandra says a cardigan bird went right up to my window.
Ooh, cardigan bird. Rasula mushroom? Ooh. I like these. Again, I don't know much about mushrooms, so I'm not sure if I'm like saying it right or if there are different like types that I don't know of. But look at that flat cap. Hot dang. And it looks like they go orangish too, which is really cool. So you could have a whole, you know, gamut from red to orange.
Rin says, ooh, nice. I'm so curious how they taste. I've only had them in dairy-free chocolate popsicle.
What? Wait, mushrooms? Lion's mane mushrooms in popsicles? What? That's not what I was expecting. What? I'm just gonna keep saying what until you explain yourself. Okay, so I think I'll go with this one for now. One great thing about sketching is, hey, we can change it anytime. So I'm just gonna go for that general, like, it's a pretty flat top, honestly, so it might bend down here. And then it looks like it curves out at the sides like this. And another thing I think for all foliage, basically, is just to keep in mind asymmetry and organic shapes, if you can. Which you can. You're the artist. You can always do it. Come on.
Rin
Yes.
says the lion's mane mushroom. And Jake says, I was wrong. LOL.
What were you wrong about? Jake, take it
Maybe
back.
his internet doesn't seem fine.
Oh no. I'm so sorry. Everybody, just give a little bit of your internet to Jake. Okay, if we all chip in just a tiny amount, then he'll have abundant internet. Just so much
Spirit internet.
Say again?
Spirit internet. Like the spirit
Oh, it's
bomb.
like the spirit bomb. Oh my gosh. Everybody give a little bit of your life. Oh my gosh. So good. Anybody seen DBZ lately?
Was it life or energy?
Isn't that the same thing?
I don't know. Sometimes when I run, that's energy. I don't think I'm losing a year of my life when I exercise.
No, you're gaining
Right?
it back. You just got a year back.
We're being simulcasted. Look at all those spirit bomb energy
Hello, Adobe
things.
Live. Welcome. You are watching a children's book illustrator make a wallpaper. The theme today is dark mode. I would encourage you to make a wallpaper yourself. It could be for desktop, tablet, phone, whatever. The intention is just to make a digital piece of artwork intended for digital consumption. So if you want to paint along with me, I'm doing a mushroom background, and we're kind of just figuring it out as we go along. So there you go. We found a Russella. I think that's how you... Russella. Emetica. I'm bad at saying things, so this is not
That's
a good
why
mixture.
you draw them.
Yeah, exactly. This is how I do it. This is
how I
do
talk.
it.
By drawing. Jake says, I keep having to restart my modem. This has been a Monday for sure. And Anonymous says, SpiritNet. Perfect.
SpiritNet? Spirit.net? Oh my gosh.
Rin says, channels, bandwidthing, powers to Jake Green. Ibrahim asks, wait, what's Adobe Live?
Adobe Live is basically the... Describe it, Anthony.
Oh. Adobe Live is when Behance hosts a streamer and then it goes to the live category, and people that were watching the previous live get ferried into the current live. That's my understanding of it.
I would say it's like the front page of streaming. So
it's like the featured stream?
Yeah, like usually Adobe Live is its own show, and it has daily creative challenges for different programs. It's got drawing and painting streams, like video editing streams, like anything you could imagine to like learn about Adobe products and how to use them from all, you know, artists from all walks of life. It's really cool.
And then there's this, the infomercial between the actual content.
And then there are individual streamers who go live on their private page, but then once Adobe Live's main showcase is over for the day, they simulcast somebody who's just doing it on their private page, so that we become the front page of Behance, so that people who are just perusing Behance might discover a streamer that they didn't know about before. So, hey, we are those streamers. Subscribe if you want more like this. Hey.
Just 5 easy payments of free forever.
Also, we are also simulcasting on YouTube. That's by our choice. And so if
you're
watching
that working
on YouTube,
today?
Say again?
That's up today?
That is up today. It's happening. It's happening right now.
One person watching. Is it me?
Is it you?
It's Jake Green.
It's always Jake. You know, he's in that chat being like, first. I'm like, wrong chat, but good job.
Green star.
No, we chat in Behance, but we want to be open to an audience that doesn't also use Behance. Although, you know, come use Behance. It's really fun. But yeah, we wanted to just kind of reach out there, and why not? So we figured out the way, and now we're here today. Hey, what do you say? I just may. Also, I'm discovering that I have like villain lighting a little bit on me, because there's
dark mode.
Dark mode. It's like across my eyes, but then my lower half is lit. So dramatic. So I'm gonna be my evil version of myself today. So art can be used to do evil things. Exactly like that. Nope. This follows the same line as the top one, so I want to change that up. So it's easier to change the top one, so I'm just gonna decapitate it. Evil self. And then we're gonna go oh, I'm selecting. Always deselect if you're confused why it's not drawing where you want to. So gonna go thin to thick over here. Yeah, there we go.
Anthony Jackson says, might do a character-based wallpaper. Just made a sketch of an interesting character.
Absolutely. Characters make great wallpapers. Just, I think from the side of your audience, like, what would you want to put on your phone background? And if you're, like, finishing the piece and you put it on your phone background, you'll kind of get more of a sense where you're like, oh yeah, do I like this? What could be improved? So, just an idea there.
Alessandro says, ha ha ha, that's what I do. Can't say it. Hold my pencil and I will show you what I'm drawing.
Exactly. Yes. Let's communicate.
Show you by drawing it.
That's how Anthony and I became friends. We're just drawing, and then we never talked to each other. Just drew. Whole time.
Rin says, you said ferried, and it made me think ferried, which made me think spirited away to the next live. Yes. Perfect.
Obviously. So this little one is going to be slightly more, well, less gill and more top. You know what I mean? that.
Anthony Jackson says, is there an evil version of Anna? I've never met her.
No, probably not. Really bad at being evil. That's the version of Anna. I just remembered because in soccer when I was a kid, anytime a player would fall over, I would run to them instead of the ball and help them up. That's the evil character. But seriously, my coach and my dad were just like, stop it. You have to play the game. They're fine. And I'm like, are you okay? Oh my gosh.
And then you would cry when you were losing.
Yeah, I cried and we got it on camera one time. Me going off the field and going, it's not fair. They keep scoring.
It's like, maybe get out there and defend the ball.
No, I have to go cry to my parents in the middle of the game.
No, you're too busy helping kids up off the ground. It's like, focus on the sport.
My dad's like, hustle! Like, no! There's a clover on the ground. I might step on it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, I guess those are soccer years. I don't know how to wrap that one up. How was your soccer time? Did you play soccer? I don't know.
No, I was too busy helping kids out.
Did you just say something?
What did you say?
I can't hear you at all. Are
Why
you?
can't you hear me? My captions are still going.
I can't hear you. Can you yell for a second?
No, I'm not going to yell.
Why are you so quiet suddenly?
Is it that I'm quiet? Hello? Hello?
I can
Hello?
barely hear you. I hear you being like, hello, hello.
I don't know what that is.
Did you bump
I
something?
feel like... No, it's picking up my captions. I'm this far away and it's still picking up my captions.
Yeah, okay, I can hear you now. What?
I don't know.
Just
Remember?
sit back, baby.
Mine's the good mic.
We were just talking about mic quality before this. Oh, Anthony's is so good.
Is it better now? Can I be here?
I can hear you better now. Everybody in the chat, sound off. Can you hear Anthony all right? Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
How's the audio?
I'm
Tell me
good.
what to turn up and down.
Jay Green says, I played soccer. And Alessandra says, I did too. I wasn't that great though.
We're any of us, come on. But yeah, tell me about your favorite soccer experiences. I'm curious. Or if you were a whiny pants like me and didn't want to lose to the other team, so you go cry to your parents. That's good times too.
Jay Green says, yeah, Anthony is all quiet on the Western Front.
Uh-oh. Does that mean war is here? It's upon us. I don't want that. No, thank you. Ooh, we can do moss up close. Ooh, that'd be fun. Alright, I want to start throwing color on this. So, actually, one sec. I'm going to plan a little bit more. I want a few of these stars. Just like 2 or 3 down here. And then, Anthony, do you think we should make something sitting on top of these guys, or is it enough?
It's enough.
It's enough. It's enough. Stop,
It's
Anna.
enough.
Stop it. It's enough. Okay. Let us throw some color on these. Beep. I think I'm gonna go for a cool palette in general. So the red
Rin
cat
says-
might turn more purpley. Sorry, what?
Rin says about Evil Anna, sure you have. Evil Anna is also known as the dynamic duo Annathony, like a conscience. The mischievous counterpart sits on her shoulder, whispering mischievous ideas in her ear as she etches. You're etching.
I'm etching right now. Etched into the stone tablets.
Rin goes on to say, indignant kittens into cones of shame and other assorted clothing. Oh, that's right. There's a character limit, so it was the same message, just broken into 2.
It's always a character limit thing. Just got more to say. I understand. I'm gonna put my hair up. Just bear with me.
Ibrahim says, I love football. Was bad at it, though. And Ryan says, are these one-up mushrooms?
Boom, boom. Try eating them and see. That's evil. That's evil.
Ibrahim says, so hard to type soccer instead of football. Jake Green
Totally.
says, I was actually pretty good at soccer and played for a number of years.
Oh, no
I
way.
thought I would go pro as an adult.
No
Also, just
way.
about every time I type a long comment, my modem stops working again, so I'll probably be in and out.
I'm so sorry, Jake, but that's super cool. Going that far with soccer, I feel like that's admirable.
Didn't Erin go pretty far in soccer?
I think she stopped at classic, which, if you don't know, in America, soccer stuff, if a kid plays as a child, they're usually in what's called a recreational league, which is just for funsies. It's a lot less pressure, and then classic is supposed to be like the serious one, where it's like, oh, this is your life, you better, play. And so we always looked at the classic people, and we're like, why are they taking this so seriously? So she enjoyed it more than I did, for sure. And she also played basketball. So it was this, she enjoyed activities thing. And I was like, stop telling me to run. I will kick you. So different attitudes. But yeah, I think that when it got to like we're going to play classic and it's going to be hardcore and you have to make sure to abide by the rules and all that stuff, like, really strictly, then she was out. She's like, I'm good. Also, with the Classic League, they had all different players and coaches, and we got like really good coaches for our teams. A lot of them were recurring for several years, and they were dads of our friends. One time a mom, I believe. But that was a big part of it. You don't want to say goodbye to all your friends and see a bunch of strangers and be like, ooh, you're taking it too seriously.
Ryan says, Anna gave me mushrooms and said, eat them and see.
You gotta have the street smarts for these mushrooms.
Jake Green says, most of the world says football, and Alessandra says, I did football in my country. It wasn't until I got to the US that I learned to say, or they say soccer. And Anonymous says, but it's confusing because of American football. And Alessandra says, I was on a team too, but then moved to the US. And Anthony Jackson says, I played soccer and basketball during the summer and was in track and fields in school. And Jake Green says, as a kid, I thought I would go pro. LOL. I stopped pre-puberty.
Yeah, totally.
And Daphne says, soccer is an American thing. Football for the rest of the world, basically. And Ryan says, yeah, America is undefeated in soccer. Never lost a game in the history of soccer.
Exactly. We're just going to call it something else. Bye.
Yeah, that means we're the best at it when we call it something else.
Clearly, we have to be, right?
Jessica says, yeah, go U.S. women's soccer team.
Whoop, whoop.
And Ryan goes on to say, Anthony, you sound down today.
Down. Going down, down, and we're
Anna gave me
around.
some mushrooms earlier. Said,
No.
Alessandra says, I did track in high school too, racquetball, but then got scoliosis, had to stop.
Yikes, yeah.
And Ryan says, do 10 jumping jacks. We'll do that during monkey pause. Sometimes we stand up. Jake Green says, I played in the Pepsi Cup, though. Ooh.
Wait, what? Pepsi Cup?
Yeah, I assume that's a cool thing. Pepsi, cool.
Yeah, I don't think we did any competitions that were outside of like Tigard versus Tualatin, that kind of thing. So it was like town versus town, and I remember having like reputations for certain teams. Like Lake Oswego was really I don't know, like a good team because they were the rich kids or whatever. And it's just so funny to think of like, I didn't know those kids at all. Like, where did we get these ideas of who is what? It's more the reputation of the town than the reputation of the team, which is silly.
Very true.
Very true.
Nimbus 2001s for the whole team. And I'm still on my clean sweep 2000.
Exactly. That's the vibe.
Rin says, wait, did you say soccer or sakura? I was about to respond to your question with my experience with a beautiful and tasty treat called sakura mochi.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that makes more sense. Also, sakura is amazing, and I want it in mochi form. Where'd you get that? Hot dang.
Yum.
Sounds great. But yeah, I was talking about soccer. But hey, who cares? Talk about whatever we want. I love it.
Um,
Yes. Is there something you would like to say to the class, Anthony?
yeah, I like the neon mushrooms more.
Whoa, calm down. I'm not even halfway through dealing with the color here, okay? Give me some time.
They just really changed.
Yeah. Intentionally so. I did that. I did that with my hands. Right here. And hey, I get to make the final decision. It's fine. It's fine. Just sit back, enjoy the ride.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, this is the more like bioluminescent idea.
Yeah, yay!
Oh my gosh, he's loud
Woohoo!
now. No, he really isn't. Your microphone is so quiet today. I don't know why.
I don't
Oh well.
either. Should I touch the gain?
Touch the gain.
Here,
Again.
I'll
Do it again.
push it around.
It's very difficult. You can tell. Alright.
Ooh, push,
Oh.
push.
Hello?
Fidget, fidget.
I hear fidget, fidget.
Coming down and around. Ooh. Moving that over here. Well, bam. Oh, no, no. Okay.
Talk to me.
Hello, can you hear me? Is it good?
Okay, I can hear you now. Can you hear me now?
I mean, I could hear you the whole time. I don't know what's happening.
Well, you'll watch it back on the replay and understand what I'm talking about. Hey, future Anthony.
Hi.
Say hi to yourself. Come on, be nice. Okay. I'm going to play with some different colors of little stars. Stars! Beep, beep, bop, bop, boop, boop, beep, beep. And y'all know, if you've watched these streams before, the process of this is very loosey-goosey, because that's how I like to approach color, is very free, very fluid, until we find something we like, and then we follow it down that rabbit hole. So that's what I'm doing right now. Just figuring it out, you know? And it's always a good time. It's always a good time to zoom out. Okay, I'm gonna duplicate that, and then I want to try this light blue for the start. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. No. Kind of like that. Beep. That's something. We'll see.
Rin says, loving this little shroomy doodle thus far. The
Thank
stars
you.
are so adorable. And Dark Hours in the chat saying, stream peeps, ooh ha ha.
Ooh ha ha! Hello! How are you doing, Joe? You having a good day so far? Okay, I'll just do two versions because I like this one and you like the other one, so.
Ryan says, please read this for future Anthony. Hey.
Wow, that was really earth-shattering.
Ibrahim says, Anna and Anthony, do you set your camera lenses to autofocus or do you set it to manual focus?
I am a prime lens, so it's fixed, so there is no autofocus. It's just like, oh, I'm blurry. Oh, I'm blurry. Right. And then Anthony is the opposite, right? You're autofocus.
I've got autofocus.
So it's always just looking at his face and being like, are you there? Are you there? Are you there? And so sometimes his background gets really crisp and then he gets blurry face syndrome, but it's rare. Looking good today, Anthony. Looking good.
Sounding even better. Dark Hour says, I may have accidentally ordered double takeout for future me.
Oh,
It's a good day.
Double takeout. I like it. That's the vibe. Well then, enjoy that, future Joe. Oh, it's so warm though.
It's dark mode.
Yeah, it's still dark. Not dark enough?
I wouldn't use it. Oh, I'd use this one. This one's great.
I wanted to use it.
Okay.
Huckapoo.
That's him spitting on me, by the way, if you didn't catch that.
No, your
That
art.
means what? Oh, okay. Golly gee. Willikers. Okay. For Anthony, I'll go forward with this. For Anthony. For Anthony!
Aw, you don't have to. It's fine.
You can't tell me my artwork is fine.
No, I was just saying that.
Is that what you're gonna tell me on my deathbed? Like, what you did was fine. What you did
Except
here
for this, and hold up the mushroom.
was fine. Golly. No, I want
That's
to.
a
I want to do
missus.
stuff that's great. I want
You don't have to
do
worry
the
about
things.
doing that anymore.
Say again. Come
No.
again.
Anthony Jackson says dark mode can be warm and cool. And Dark Hours says sadly I have to go picture, or sadly I have to go picture only for the stream. Got some worky work, but I am here in the void.
In the void. Well, thank you, Joe, for being here at all. We love to see you. And everybody show Joe some love. We've got links down below for Joe and Kendall, who are our lovely mods. And Joe is just, I mean, both of them are amazing artists and creators. But Joe is also a mod here on Behance, especially for the APAC streams. Wow, good job. Where they play football. So that's a reference to earlier. So if you catch any of the APAC streams, just say like, "Where's Joe?" until Joe shows up, and then say hi, Joe, once Joe shows up. There you go.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Except it's visual only, so. Hi, Joe.
Hi, Joe. That's what the caption says. Okay, captions, sure. Whatever you say.
Rin says the warm colors are cozy as well, and Jake Green says one is with a campfire and one is without, and then goes on to say your life was fine.
Good, I guess. I mean,
Daphne
It's
says
whatever.
liking the purples, and Rin says best wishes with your work to Dark Hours.
yeah.
And Anonymous says go Joe.
Go, Joe! Exactly, that's for G.I. Joe. That is Joe. Okay, so I'm gonna do some soft light on this. I already said that. Cool. And just vary up these purples for sure. For surezies. I'm gonna start going in there with orange first. Now the challenge here is we don't want to go too bright, so I can always like take it down a notch or two. But I just want to play with some color, because right now it's a little too monochrome for my liking. Blue. What are you thinking, Anthony?
I was thinking how this kind of reminds me of the abstract quote-unquote animal pieces that you were doing.
Interesting. Okay.
Like that texture and colors. I like it.
Yeah, I think the only thing that holds me back from doing that right, like with this like full on, is the texture brushes in Fresco. I just feel like there's something special about them when you do the whole textured piece.
Yeah.
But we can play around with the background, see if we add some texture to that too, because that's kind of one of the things that I do with those pieces. If you haven't seen those, you can check out my Behance to see what he's talking about. But the idea is basically that there's kind of abstract texture in every part of it. So there's subject matter as well as backgrounds that are just all textured up. I'm gonna try going in here with the green and see what happens. I am kind of skeptical, but we'll see. Oh, interesting. It kind of like dulls it down and makes it darker. Which, hey, I am all for taking some of the color away sometimes. Like, saturation is great, but it thrives in contrast. So if you have areas of desaturation as well as saturation, it can make it look even juicier sometimes. But you know I love some color.
Juicy.
And blame it on the juice, baby.
Oh,
What?
there's more people
Are
in
you
the
scared?
YouTube chat than usual.
Oh my gosh, you're in YouTube? Oh, hello, friends. Come over to Behance chat.
I think they're coming from Behance to YouTube.
Wait, did you post the link to the YouTube?
No.
Oh, they're just finding it. Okay, cool. Feel free to follow me on YouTube. Right now I'm just posting streams, but you know. Oh, one thing I guess is they have less latency right now. We'll see what happens when we switch providers. So there might be even less latency on.
Any news on when that switch is happening?
Ask Ryan. I have no idea.
Any news on when that switch is happening? Ryan?
Ryan Sylvie. I have no idea. But I'm excited for when it does happen. I think that would be cool. It's always fun to switch things up, right? Okay, so before, after. Cool. If you like squint your eyes, you kind of see what I'm thinking of. Or if you're watching this on your phone or something, then boom. It's done. How about that? Okay, so anything else that I'm feeling with this? I'm gonna throw a black and white layer above it so that we can see our values for a sec. The way I like to do that is making a color layer and then filling it with black. Beep.
Anthony Jackson asks, do you ever get hungry and need to snack or something whenever you have an idea or two or three? And Ren says, these paint strokes are gorgeous.
Rough and loose, baby. And this is the Bristle Bomb brush from Kyle's Paint Box. This is free and available to any CC members. All you have to do is go here and go... Where is it? Get more brushes. Get more brushes. There we go. Get more brushes. Boom. Right down there on the brush menu. So you can find the... I think it's the master pack that has the paint box in it. And this is the Bristle Bomb. Bristle Bomb.
Ryan says, I'm told the Switch is coming starting as soon as 3 weeks. I'm dying for it. Much overdue.
Much overdue. Well, I feel like we've had a pretty good time of it, but it's always good to optimize, obviously. So not ever going to say no to lower latency for streams. But Ryan, you know, you're like doing stuff with music and things where it's like kind of time sensitive. So I understand. We're fine being 10 minutes behind, right? No. It's not that bad, hopefully. Darker. This is dark mode after all. Also, I might do a slight bit of like atmospheric lighting, which is, it's kind of funky with this one because this is obviously not like realistic lighting at all. This is just wee colors. But I still love the look of a little bit of atmospheric cool coming from the top. So I'm just gonna kind of imply that.
Ryan says, switching streaming services to bring the latency down to 2 seconds.
2 seconds, baby! Can you imagine we say something and 2 seconds later you hear it?
I feel like that's what YouTube is like.
Yeah, YouTube's pretty close to that. Are we taking YouTube's provider? I hope. But still...
that might actually be faster than YouTube.
Oh my...
Ryan, do you know what the actual latency is between different streaming platforms?
Yes, he hasn't memorized, clearly.
I don't know, he might.
If he doesn't, he's just so bad at his job. Just so bad.
Whoa. Yeah.
Anthony doesn't even like playing. It's like, no, don't say it. Even in jest.
Ryan's perfect.
Ryan is perfect. It's true.
Ryan goes on to say, people won't notice any change in service aside from the streams just being closer to real time.
Oh, yeah. That's what we like to hear. You know, this is reminding me of like sherbet colors now. When I'm painting up close in the gill area. Like, this is some
painting
sherbet
up
action.
close in the gill area. The mushroom underside surface. Downward facing surface.
I said the gill area. Is that not descriptive enough for you?
I just like downward facing surface
Oh,
because
it's true.
Jake said it.
Jake said it, so I like it.
Rin says, I need to head off, getting hit with a migraine.
Oh, I'm so
This is looking
sorry.
absolutely lovely and cozy thus far, and well done.
Oh, thank you so much.
Well
Feel free to...
done.
Oh, thank you. And remember, if you want to join in on this, this is a challenge open to anyone. We have a Discord where we love to share artwork, so we could put it in the current work tab or the work in progress if you want to. just to share what kind of wallpaper you're working on. And again, it doesn't have to have any rules associated with it. Like loosely, we're thinking wallpaper is just a piece of artwork created for digital consumption. And the theme this week is dark mode. So do what you will with that. There's no rhyme or reason. Really, the idea of prompts is always just to make you create. So if you have some idea that sparked in your head just now, roll with it. That's all I ask of you. Beep bop. Okay, so that's got a little... This green is kind of weird. Kind of not the vibe right now. Boom. Oh, that's so fun. I love gills. They're just good. Good gills. Like a fish, right, Anthony? Just like a fish. Tell me I'm right.
What's a word like lemon, but relating to mushrooms?
Lime. Wait, no. Sour, power, mushroom, blushroom. Tart?
Never mind.
Fungi. They're pungent.
Pungent.
Citrus?
I guess that rhymes with lemon.
Yeah. Do you want it to be a lemon mushroom?
Nah.
So why are you asking?
I was gonna make a joke.
Oh, you were
But I
going
needed
to.
a
Okay.
lemon word relating to mushroom, but it's fine. It's
No, I
over.
really
It's-
like it
no,
when you are like,
it's-
hey, make up this joke for me.
Yeah, well, I couldn't do it.
I totally understand. It's a hard one. Sometimes
It is a
pun
hard one.
flow like
Pun
like
flow.
water.
That's
But
a proverb.
other time, brains stop like rock. That's a rock fact.
I should have not said anything. The chat's trying to help now, and it's
No, it's great. Can the chat find the word that we're looking for? It's
a
outsourcing
mushroom
your
term
humor.
that rhymes with a lemon.
Rhymes with lemon?
Yeah, I think rhyme.
Oh, I was thinking like pun of some sort where it could have double meaning for mushrooms and citrus.
Oh, you could do that as like a bonus thing. That's not
Bonus
what I'm
thing.
looking
Oh,
for.
I have bonus humor. Hello. Ooh. It's too hard to do all drawing, so sorry. But hey, chat, that's a fun word game for you. A little word puzzle. A little brain schnozzle. Yeah.
My mushroom vernacular is not very large, so...
Anthony just said, my mushroom vernacular is not very large. If you couldn't hear him. Because he's so quiet.
Am I whispering? Have I been whispering this whole time?
Your entire life. Yes. He taught me how to command a room with my voice. Learn from Jack Donaghy. Or Don
That's so
Geist,
funny that
whichever.
you bring that up because that's the joke that I'm trying to make. Good
Oh my
gill,
God.
lemon.
God, let it. No way, that's the... Oh my gosh. I didn't know you were talking about Liz Lemon. I thought you were talking about literal lemon.
No, that's why it just has to rhyme with lemon. Because you said, I love a good gill. Good gill. It's just like, good God. Good gill.
That's
lemon.
the joke.
but
Good gill
what's-
lemon.
But I want the lemon to change to be like something
No,
that
that'd
rhymes
be too
with
far.
it.
You wouldn't get the reference anymore.
No, the intonation would deliver. The delivery of it
All right,
would help.
give me the delivery. I want to see this.
Once we have the lemon.
Oh no, I need to see it now so that we can make sure the work is worth it. If you can't nail
You know the
delivery-
phrase. You say it.
Good God, lemon. Eh?
The fist bite. That's pretty good.
God, lemon.
But do gill instead and then replace lemon with something that's mushroomy but
No,
rhymes
no,
with
I'm
lemon.
gonna go good gill lemon. Okay. Good gill lemon. I broke. I'm breaking. This is breaking.
Which one is that from specifically? Because he doesn't always bite his knuckle.
It's hard to say. I feel like it's every like 3 episodes he says that. So Who knows? Oh no, I think actually I do. I do.
Yeah, here it is.
It's the one where she's dating Danny and she grew a mustache for Jenna. And she's drinking milk and laughing with the guys, and Danny's like, "So you're in love with her, huh?" And he's like, "Yeah, look at all that." Oh, this is so good. It's so good. Anyways, watch
so
30
good.
Rock. This is our brought to you by NBC. Wait, the Peacock. Which one is that? PBS. Wait, what is it?
You got it.
ABC. There's so many 3-letter networks. Tell me.
How many can you name?
Peacock.
It was the first one you said.
NBC? Nailed it.
Yeah, which is also Peacock. It's the same. Peacock is NBC's streaming platform.
Yeah. I wasn't intending to say it like that. I couldn't think of which one was right, and then I wanted to identify it. And guess what? The identifying marker of that network is a
Peacock. Yeah.
I still think it's a silly name for a streaming service, personally.
Oh, 100%. It's bad.
But there is a Peacock in 30 Rock, so they live up to the name. The hype is
Argus.
filled.
Ryan says, I refuse to get Peacock.
Yeah.
I don't mind the name.
What?
That's a funny follow-up.
What was it? I don't mind the what?
Name.
Name. Okay. So it's just NBC itself is upsetting to you, Ryan.
Ryan goes on to say, I just don't like the fact it's yet another streaming service.
I know. See, this is the point. This is the point at which it becomes full-on cable, where it's just like too many. At first it was like, oh, these are a lot. And then I think when Disney Plus was coming around, I was like, this is starting to get ridiculous. And now it's just like full on. I can't do it with all these. I can't.
Neither.
And it's honestly, I mean, okay, so I have mixed feelings about it. I do think we're watching more good quality content than we did with cable. But I also feel that there is just so much good stuff out there that isn't worth the money that is being charged. Does that make sense? Like, I want to see it, but it's not worth however many hundreds I would pay over the years if I had every streaming service to see the good content. But it's good stuff. Like, there are really great shows and movies on different platforms, and it's sad that you miss out on something that could really, like, I don't know, speak to your heart, change your life, whatever it is, because I believe in the power of media. It's great. And to think that somebody might miss out on that just because they, don't have the service at the time or whatever, it's sad.
We're a couple minutes away from Monkey Paws. Ryan says, I didn't like CBS All Access, but then they got a bunch of other rights and turned it into Paramount. And says also, too many pluses. Stop with the pluses. It's like 2008 when everything was I blank.
Oh my gosh, I was just gonna say, yeah, it's another wave of just like, this is the theme. Everybody be on theme.
I plus.
iPad. Oh, when that first came out, people were like, that's the dumbest name I've ever heard of. This
It's
is
still
never
a
gonna
dumb
take
name.
off. It is a name. I don't care about it, but I'm just saying, like, it's silly that it got so much flack and then everybody has them now. It's just like, okay.
Well, it's a good product. It's a dumb name.
Yeah. I always personally will feel like the iPad took off when you could draw on it. That was the thing that made it cool.
Yeah. How many years was it until like the Apple Pencil was introduced into the
I feel
iPad's
like
life?
a while. But I'm not an Apple expert. Don't know.
Any Apple experts or Googlers?
I mean,
Alessandra says, I don't like the name Peacock either, Anthony, and then agrees with Ryan about the I naming convention and the pluses. And Mercurial in the chat says, I will pay for Ted Lasso. The rest of them, not so much.
see, that's one of the things I want to watch. I want to watch Ted Lasso, but it's on Apple Plus or whatever. Is that Plus? Is that one? I think so.
I don't know.
Naming conventions. Who knows? Right?
The Apple one, Ryan says the only advantage of all of these streaming platforms is that it's giving funding to a lot more shows. It enables micro communities to actually see their shows produced or brought back to life. And goes on to ask, Anna, are you working on all on one layer? Also, is your brush just set on normal blend mode?
Mode, normal, yes. And I'm working on one layer above the original, but honestly, I could flatten it. So
How many layers in total to compose the
I
mushrooms?
suppose, okay, so if we flatten this, I'm fine with. Okay, so we've got one, and then we've got the star one, and then the background. Three layers.
Describe your build-up process. You started with like a underpainting, and that's where you got like the blue and orange edges.
Well, okay, so first I started with the background color, then I hue saturation altered the color of it until I liked it. Then I painted some rough colors to fill in the page, like a few of the different elements basically, and then I color balanced them. And then when I found one I kind of liked, I went to soft, I put a soft light layer above it, and then I painted some wackadoo colors over it. And that's how we came up with this sherbet purple color dream. And
Color dream, love it.
Then I just straight up painted like orange for the little stars, and we're definitely going to add like tons of glow to them and stuff. But we could also play around with colors of them, and that's one of the reasons I want to keep them on their own layer. I also did a version that's blue. So yeah, that's the whole process of building up the color so far. Hope it helps.
Nice. Ryan says to Mercurial, Ted Lasso is some of the best television I've seen all year. And Mercurial says to Ryan, yep, it's so excellent and needed at this time. And Ryan goes on to, fingers crossed Futurama gets renewed again on Disney Plus. Fingers crossed. And ooh, sexy hue saturation change. Love to hear it. And dinner's ready. Be back soon. And Mercurial says,
have a great
the
dinner.
Ted Lasso shorts the show is based on are hilarious if you haven't seen them. And it is 5:02.
Oh, is it time for monkey paws? Ooh, okay.
Could
One
be.
second. I want to leave myself a little note here. I really like this warm meeting of the colors, so I'm just gonna give it a little warmth around the edges, just a little bit. Okay. So, if you have never been here before, monkey paws is a hand stretch that we do together. So I'm going to ask you to do the motions along with me. I'm going to give you instruction. So what we start with is putting our arms straight out in front of ourselves with our fingers to the sky and palms away from us. And then we curl our fingers into what we call a monkey paw. Ooh, ah, ah. Good job. And then the second pose is we put our fingers to the ground, palms towards ourselves, and then curl our fingers in. Ooh, ah, ah. Great job. Third pose, we flip our hands out, so palms away, fingers down, and then curl our fingers in. Ooh, ah, ah. Great job. Then the fourth and final pose is fingers to the sky, palms towards ourselves, and then we curl our fingers in. Ooh, ah, ah. We just repeat these poses, holding for about a second each to give ourselves a nice little stretch in the wrists. And if you want to take the opportunity to also drink some water, close your eyes for a bit, give them a little break from the screen. This is a great opportunity for that. And just pay attention to your body. What parts of it are getting sore? What parts of it could use a little stretch? Make sure to fully extend your limbs as much as possible. It's something that we just often forget if we don't build in some breaks. So take care of yourselves, do the preparatory work so that you don't hurt yourself in the future, because we are using our bodies quite a bit, especially our hands, and we need to take care of them so that they don't hurt in the future. Stay good.
Or in the present.
Oh,
as much as
absolutely
possible.
in the present.
Stretching it feels nice.
It starts now. Yeah, boy, have you been doing your stretches?
Have you? How many monkey paws did you do before right now?
I stretch my hands every morning along with like the rest of my body usually. But I don't do necessarily monkey paws. It's more like this kind of thing. And just like kind of making
do more leg stretches than I do arm stretches.
I can see that. I do a lot of back stretches. I think that's my most centric part.
But I mean, doing monkey paws reminds me I should be doing more arm and wrist stretches because it's tiring. It's like a workout. I feel like I'm building mass.
I'm sweating. I don't know if it's just the heat.
Oh yeah. No, I started sweating
You're not
too.
alone. None of you are alone, okay? It's a struggle. It's real. Alright, so when we're done, we just gently shake out our hands to loosen them back up. And then we like to do some shoulder rolls to loosen those up. And also some neck stretches, because the neck is also something that's very hurt by all the screens and things. So we try to get our ear as high as we can on each side. And then we flip-flop. I really need this one. I feel like I'm very close to throwing out my neck if I have to like turn suddenly at all times. So stretching is really good, especially if you have anything that might scare you. That doesn't make sense, but like if you ever react to like sounds and it's like, oh, there's a loud sound suddenly, and you crick your neck, oof, it's the worst. And then we look as far as is comfortable to each side, and back again. Oh, right there. Excellent. And I like to, crack my back by going like that. Should we stand up? Jump around?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
We're
we have
doing
to
jumping
do, like, 10
jacks.
jumps. I like to do
Pretend
arm
the legs are involved.
Oh god, my headphones. Why? Oh yeah, should we do some squats? It's good to do a few squats when you stand up every once in a while, because then it gets like actual blood flow going a little bit. Which, if you sit too much, this is kind of gross, but if you sit too much, there can be blood clots that actually settle in your legs, so I've heard. And that's not good. That's not good. Center on the Anthony.
Ooh.
And back to mushrooms. Great job, everybody. Good job. Take a break.
Now was a good time for a little sip of water.
A little drinky drink, a little nightcap. Oh, water is the best.
A nightcap at 5. Whoa, rough day, huh?
You know, sometimes. Just a little something. No, I don't drink.
Sometimes.
Okay. I'm going to clean up these shapes a little bit so it doesn't look so haphazard. We can bring back our sketchy sketch here. I guess that's one more layer. We have a layer of the sketch. Alright, and that's a little more focused now. It's fine if it's slightly off. Although, I do want this to have that thin to thick that we were talking about earlier when designing it, so I'm just gonna cut off the top a little bit. And again, this is not like precious to me right now. What we need to do is just get the good stuff in, and if something doesn't serve you, then just nix it. Be fine with just following what works and not what, you know, you put work into. Okay. Generally the shape. Oh, and then down here I want to make sure as well that we kind of follow this sketch shape. So I'm just gonna... Bop, bop, boop, boop, beep, beep. Name that movie.
Jurassic Park.
Amazing job. You did it. 10 points to Anthony.
Give me some other noises from movies and see if I
Okay,
can name those.
okay.
Not quotes, but noises.
Oh, darn it. Okay.
What were you doing? What was that one? Go ahead. I'll see if I can
You'll
name
never
it.
know.
Yeah.
You ruined it. No. It was As You Wish.
Oh, that's The Princess Bride. And
Here's one
easy.
word. Flames?
Clue.
Yes, good job.
Another one-word answer to your one-word clue.
Oh.
It could either be Over the Garden Wall or James Baxter from Adventure Time.
Neither.
Or any horse movie ever made.
No, it's a very specific one.
And it sounds just like that?
I mean, I tried. It's like...
Wow. That's very different. Let's maybe give me a sampling and I'll try to average it out.
Okay, that'll be the first episode of the
$5.
podcast as we just do. Here, I sampled a bunch of movies. Let's see how well you can name them. Honestly, we could do that.
Mercurial says I know that one.
What is it, Mercurial? Tell me.
Is it a horse?
It is a horse. Accurate. Correct. Yes.
Animated?
No. It is live action.
Dang. Ugh,
Dang again.
Double dang.
Also, you think of them for me. I want to try this.
My brain can't do
Oh, your brain
things
can
twice
do all
at the
sorts
same
of
time.
things.
I
Oh.
can't come up with and guess other broken. Young Frankenstein.
You nailed it. Wait, was that from the chat?
Frau Brugge.
Frau Brugge.
Yeah, that was Mercurial.
Wait, Merc
Great
got
job.
it? Are you
Yeah,
serious?
Merc got that.
Merc, you are reading my brain like a book. I love it. I love it.
Hey,
That's
I
amazing.
got a couple. Dang.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm just really impressed. It's okay. You can both win. Amazing. So, Anthony, now you think of one for me. And I wish the chat could play in this, but I don't think you could actually
Awooga!
connect it. Awooga! Oh, that's Aladdin. Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Leave
off! Leave off! Leave off!
That is Sword in the Stone,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
still really quiet, so I don't hear you. Sorry.
Mel Brooks is my favorite, Mercurial says.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I'm just so amazed you got that from, like, Anthony and I watch very much the same movies, so, like, I feel like that one was for him because if I had put Frau Blücher, no way you wouldn't have got it. You would have known.
Yeah,
immediately.
100%. And then I would have made the horse noise. So
Exactly.
it's
That's what
hand
I'm
in hand.
talking about.
I just had animation on the mind, I suppose. I don't know why.
Totally. No, it's not even.
You know what? I was gonna say the horse from Robin Hood Men in Tights when she tries to jump to it from the balcony.
You know, honestly, I haven't seen that one as much. So.
That one's pretty
Sure.
goofy. Also Mel Brooks, also a horse.
Yeah, I have things that I'm just kind of like. I would rather watch Young Frankenstein 5 million times than watch Robin Hood Men in Tights once, personally. Just because I love it
Because
that
you've
much.
never seen it?
No, I've seen it.
Wait, did you say you
It's
saw
just
it?
a while ago.
Ah.
And it's fine. Like it's I guess it just maybe it didn't hit the right time in my life or something, but I love Young Frankenstein and what's the other one we love? Oh my gosh.
High Anxiety?
No, there's another one, isn't there?
Blazing Saddles?
No, I've never watched that one.
Yeah, that one's not my favorite either. History of the World Part 1?
I haven't seen that one either. I honestly haven't seen that much Mel Brooks, but there's another one that
No.
we watch all the time, isn't
Yes.
it? Am I crazy?
Probably.
There's
No.
got to be another one with Gene
There's
Wilder,
another one.
right? Brain no worky.
It doesn't want to
It's fine.
remember.
We'll find it someday.
Mercurial, we'll
Or it
say.
doesn't exist. It's fine. I've been dreaming of an unknown Mel Brooks project that I love in my brain.
I tried to watch Spaceballs, but I couldn't get into it. There was a pizza guy, and he was too gross, and I didn't like looking at it.
Yeah, gross things can really change it, but I think that it's very much like niche humor. So you either love it or you don't. But I think that I can definitely appreciate a lot of the jokes. Like, I think we watched parts of High Anxiety, and that was hilarious.
I think I watched all of it. My
you
sister
watched
bought
all
me
of
a
it, yeah,
collection of it, so I watched a lot. He also has another movie called 12 Chairs or something, and it's not funny at all. It's just depressing.
Oh.
It just felt weird.
I mean-
It was an earlier film. Mercurial says The Producers.
The Producers is a good one, I have to say. Yeah, that one is Gene Wilder as well. But it's not the one I'm thinking of. Is there a different one? Oh, maybe. Okay, so I think that what I'm doing is I'm lumping it together with another movie in my mind because I would always watch them when I was sick. So whenever I stayed home sick, I would watch Young Frankenstein and it was Evil Under the Sun. So I think that's what I'm like coupling it with, where it's like, oh, my two
yes,
favorites.
Gene Wilder as Hercule Poirot.
That would be amazing, and you know it. But no, Evil Under the Sun is a Agatha Christie, Hercule Poirot movie with Peter Ustinov playing Hercule, and just, oh my gosh, that and Death on the Nile. But I think Evil Under the Sun is by far my favorite. It's just so good. It's so good. Gotta watch it. Love it.
It's so good.
Anthony knows because I've had him sit down, watch this movie. And then we quoted it for 10 years after.
Death of the Nile has some great parts, though. I
Oh
want to
my
rewatch that one.
gosh.
I feel like I've
The Beach,
seen
Daphne.
Evil Under the Sun. That was from Evil Under the Sun.
Yeah, that is. Are you talking about
But Death on the Nile has some great moments where
Absolutely.
whenever she's like climbing up on the monuments and just shouting facts at the top of her lungs.
The Tower of King Ramses! Leave us alone!
Oh my gosh. It's so funny. Uh,
Oh my gosh, that's like the very beginning of the movie, so no spoilers. It's great. But yeah, they are murder mysteries, so if you're into that kind of thing, it's like a Clue, but without being intentionally as funny. It's like funny, but not a comedy. Kind of, I guess. I guess it could be. No, it's not really comedy. Anyways, I love them. Go watch them.
it's so funny.
And recommend more movies like that if you have any, because I love them. Like,
Yeah.
kind of campy murder mysteries are my thing. Oh, and if there's anything that's like Clue. Knives Out is the closest I've
Clue
gotten
me
in
in.
modern times, so I enjoyed that quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, did you say something?
Clue me in.
Clue me in! Oh, you clever, clever boy.
I love it.
Okay, I'm going to start motoring on different parts of this because I feel like I've spent enough time on the mushrooms as the moment stands. What am I saying? Words. That's what.
Good ones, yeah.
Deal with it. So Anthony, what is the wallpaper on your phone right now?
The current wallpaper on my phone is your Breath of the Wild 2 fan art.
Oh, I didn't
piece.
mean to set you up like that. What's the what's the wallpaper on your computer?
Well, right now it's the boring
Oh, the stream setup. Okay, I
stream
just
setup
asked
one.
the wrong person. Hey, Chad, what's on your computer wallpaper right now? I am curious.
On my iPad, it's the dog fresco piece.
Oh my
thingy.
gosh, so it's me, and our stream. Great.
And it probably would have been another one of your wallpapers, but I just need the little boxes to tell me where all the windows go.
No, it should be yours. I was trying to get to like, oh yeah, oh boy, a toy. But also just like, I guess a good conversation about this is just what kind of things do you look for in a wallpaper other than your best friend made it?
Dark mode. So I'm really looking forward to this one. Jake Green says, okay, I'm going to make dinner. I love this mushroom piece so much.
Ah, Jake, you're too sweet. You'll get it. And also, have a great dinner. Enjoy it. What are you making also, if you're still here? I want to know.
And eat fresh.
Wait, what? Are you Subway? I love Subway.
Wait, what are those called? Are they not called Eat Fresh? It's like Blue Apron style thing.
Hello
Fresh.
Oh
That's
my
what
gosh,
it is.
not sponsored.
Not. Jake Green says, thank you for the stream. It's always lovely to see you all. And Alessandra says, I have my brain dragging a pencil, lol, on my wallpaper.
Yes, oh my gosh, I love it.
And Jake goes on to say, it is a Hello Fresh. And
Oh my
Alessandra says,
gosh.
bon appetit.
How did you call it? Did you
Because
know?
last time we asked him, what are you making? He said it was a HelloFresh thing. And since that's
Nice.
like a delivery service, I figured he was still subscribed.
Yeah. Okay. So you're basically like Hercule Poirot. You're deducing things.
Oh,
left and
I'm
right.
using the little gray shells.
Little grey cells. Pucker your lips as if to bestow a kiss. Oh, oh Hercule. You stop.
Hercules parrot.
Your favorite line of all time.
So good.
It is so good. We should watch some Miss Marple and see if we dig it. That's the other character that Agatha Christie wrote a ton of.
I think it's also the time period that the movies took place in.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Something
it's
about that
everything
like
about it.
aesthetic of, was it 70s movies?
I mean, I feel like it takes place in a time period that's older. It feels kind of like 50s-ish to me. Or maybe
Right, but even
1920s.
just filming in the 70s had a very distinct like audio visual kind of setup, and I think that just plays into it. Same with Young Frankenstein and the Mel Brooks movies in general.
I wonder if people who know about films are like, oh yeah, it takes place in the 1920s, but it was filmed in the 1970s, and so it's got that specific mix of things. Because it's true, like, the audio and video quality of the 70s is kind of distinctive, but they also had period pieces from basically any time period, because it's movies. So, what if your favorite, like, time crossover was very specific, and you're like, I actually really love medieval movies made in the 80s? Like, what an interesting thing. Never even thought about it.
Can you make a drawing that feels like it was made in the 70s, showcasing something in the 20s?
It's a very specific request, if you could call it that. I think
It's a challenge.
that if we studied some stills from movies like that or something like that, we could probably get pretty close to some kind of effect, like the coloration or the the chromatic aberration. That's an effect that is really successful in making it feel a different way, where it's not just, I don't know, in attempt, it's like instantly transports you. Like WandaVision is a great example of that, because basically all of the graphics that were done surrounding the show, like the ending sequence and stuff like that, it's all about pixels and chromatic aberration. Like that's how they got the feeling of like old television, which is so cool. Anyways, I love that. Yeah, and usually chromatic aberration is when things slightly are offset in the coloring, so it's kind of like at the edge of things you can see a little bit of red to the right and a little bit of blue to the up kind of thing, but it happens more at the edges of things instead of like towards the center. So the center looks clear, and then towards the edge it's almost like a vignetting, and it almost has a blur effect but not quite, which is just cool. I enjoy it. Let's see if we can mimic it real quick. I'm curious about this actually. Okay, so I'm gonna duplicate this layer and then fill it with, let's do red and blue. Excuse me. Do red with this. And I'm just gonna use my no, actually, let's do transform and then press shift and see if we could just get it slightly off to the right. Just like, oh, I have snap on. Snap off. There we go. Just slightly, so that it's more at the edges. That's the intention for me. And then let's duplicate it again. Fill it with blue this time. Beep, bop, beep, bop. Beep. And then I'm gonna do the same thing, but I'm gonna press shift and push it up slightly. See if that works. Huh. And then I know that there are definitely like more technical ways to do this. If you Google it, how to create chromatic aberration in Photoshop, I'm sure it has great tutorials. But I'm just curious if I can kind of fudge it. And then we probably put it to like overlay or something. What do you think? Oh, whoops. Beep, bop, beep. Why are you cycling through? Come on, just move the layer. There we go. No, it's still cycling through. Come off it. Deselect. Okay, there we go. I think it needs to be something brighter. Maybe hard light, but then we turn it down. Because part of it is also feeling like it's slightly transparent. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, kind of like that. Does that look like it, Anthony?
Can you group them together and turn it on and off? Yeah.
Kind of like that. But,
I think it reads a lot better on the blue edge than the pink, because it just blends in with what's already happening there.
Yeah.
But as an example, yeah. Looks
Ooh.
good.
It's kind of cool. Okay, so next I wanted to add a little bit of glow to these stars. Oh, and also, I'm playing with the idea of doing moss down here also, instead of grass. Because grass would be like really big pieces, and I feel like that would maybe take away from some of the composition of this, maybe add to it. So I might design some out, but just not at the moment. And then the moss just makes sense because mushrooms grow in moss, you know? That moisture content. Beep bop. Have you ever considered buying a mushroom growing kit?
No. Is that indoors?
Yeah, they like dark damp, so under the sink. Under the sink.
Where I always look for enjoyment of natural things.
I mean, not far off. But I was watching an artist who got a mushroom grow kit, and it was literally like hours. You could see different growth. Like they just shot up so quickly. And I think within 3 days they went from like nothing to full mushrooms. It was insane. And I think those were blue oyster ones, which is, they just look so, I don't know, satisfying and juicy. I love them.
Very gilly.
Very gilly. I mean gills, to the gills. Good gill lemon.
Jake says, I had to restart the modem to come back and say bye to Alessandra, Tara, and Anthony Jackson.
Oh, you're so sweet, Jake.
And yes, Loki, so good. Okay, bye.
Wait, Loki? Have we... Tell me your thoughts about Loki. Okay, bye. Has everybody watched Loki yet? When can we talk about it? 10 years from now? Okay. You said you liked little bits and bobs, so I'm adding bits and bobs for you, Anthony. This is just yours. Love now.
It. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll name it Anthony's Wallpaper.
If you add one more star, all the stars could be the letters of my name.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I felt like this was too symmetrical anyway, so perfect. I keep pressing tab when I mean to press tilde. If you don't know, the tilde key becomes an eraser of whatever brush you're painting with. Yeah. I just made that song up. I don't know if you noticed, but original.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my. Beep. Oh, did you see that LeVar Burton is doing Jeopardy?
Celebrity?
Jeopardy?
Oh.
What?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, okay.
I saw something called Celebrity Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, no. That sounds...
Oh, yeah. I saw that. Oh. Yeah. Celebrities need more money. So Wheel of Fortune should help them out with that.
I don't think so. Wait, why? Are they doing it for charity? They better be. Get out of here.
I have no idea.
The heck?
I saw a thumbnail of it, the title of it, and I was scrolling to find Bob's Burgers, honestly.
I was looking for Bob's Burgers and I saw a thing, but no Bob's Burgers. Why no burgers, Anthony? Give me more.
I found it eventually.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Thank goodness. Yeah. Oh, what was I going to do? Oh, glow, 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 glow. How far can you go? Let's see. Beep. Now, this is going to be kind of a mellow glow because, again, it's dark mode. And I might actually darken our mushrooms up a bit. We'll see. Do you like pink or yellow better out of these two?
I liked the combo, actually, but yellow if I was to choose one.
What if we did yellow at the center and then pink as it goes out?
Ooh.
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 Why not? What was the other thing I was going to do? Oh, yeah, I'm going to mess with the levels here for a sec. Oh, yeah, it's really dark mode.
I like to laugh like this.
Anonymous asks, did you ever play the mobile game for Wheel of Fortune?
Nope.
No.
What was that? Yeah.
Do you get to spin the wheel yourself? Ooh. Fun.
Whee!
I won fake money.
I mean, get your jollies however you can. That doesn't hurt other people, so it's fine. Oh my. I moved the whole thing, including the background. I do like that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, now that I'm seeing it, it doesn't really need much more than this. Because I feel like adding a character or a animal of some sort would maybe be overwhelming. Let's see. I do feel some way about this part of the mushroom, though. I kind of want to... like that. I feel like that feels a bit more flowy. Know what I mean? I'm going to bring this edge down so that this edge can live its life up high. And then I might do like a slight bit of difference between the gills and the sides of the mushroom so that we can just have that little bit of separation. Yeah, I think I like that. It gives it a little bit more form. Yes, yes, good, good. Okay. Same thing here. I'm just gonna nip in the gills. Nip it in the gills. Don't you know? Oh, this does kind of remind me of, what was the cartoon that they had a caricature of the Beatles, but they were like, hello.
Jungle Book.
Oh, was it Jungle? Yeah, it was the... What are they called? Carrion eaters. Condors?
No,
Vultures.
that's wrong.
Yeah?
Vultures.
Vultures. Yay. We know words. Yeah, the vultures, and then that one that was like, oh yeah, right. And that the top of the mushrooms reminded me of his haircut a little bit.
Oh.
Because if memory serves, it's kind of like
a bob almost.
yeah, exactly. It's like and I don't know if he even has eyes. And it's like
No, they have eyes, right?
if he has eyes, it's like
They're like forward facing.
is that where they're... I don't know how their mouths work. But it was something like that. Anyways. Okay, cool. Ooh. Oh, we got a half hour left. We're good. I kept on feeling like I was up against like a time limit. I can take a breath. Take a break.
How's work going today?
Less productive than I want to be. I guess that's all of... It's my perspective, not necessarily reality. But yeah, I think that I want to get more done tonight.
Oh yeah.
We'll see. I'm just gonna collapse this down. Beep.
I didn't have much to do today.
Much to do
Anything.
about nothing.
Really. So I was working on a profit and loss statement.
For...
Taxes.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I've never done one of those. Is it complicated?
Well, yes and no. No, overall, once you know what you're doing, but reading up on everything to make sure you know what you're doing is time consuming and
For
felt
sure.
complicated. Like reading through a bunch of different articles and perusing a bunch of different examples of what other people do, because profit and loss statements are different for businesses that sell a good versus provide a service. So, yeah. I figured it out in the end, I think, as much as I could anyway. And I'll give it to the tax person, and if they're like, this is weird, I'll be like, well, I don't know.
I mean,
Can
I
you
did
do it?
on my own, so of course it's janky. Oh man. Well, good on you for, trying and doing it. I feel like that's a lot of freelancing is just like Google it and do your best.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
And the
rough.
next thing I was requested to make was a balance sheet. So I'm going to look that up and see if there's
What the heck
anything
is
that I could make for that.
Is that like you balance your checkbook or something? Like, I don't know, showing how much money went in and went out, I guess?
I don't know. I honestly don't know why or how it's different than a process or a profit and loss statement. So that's my next adventure tomorrow if I don't have work again.
And this is all before you even know if you're going to stick with this tax person?
Yeah.
That's too much work to put into something.
It is so much work.
Ugh.
But I'm really dissatisfied with the current tax person I'm with, so...
So use my tax person. They've never asked me for any of this.
Yeah,
Ugh.
maybe. I don't know. Give me their contact info.
Yeah, anytime. And also that would make it so that you don't have to do all this. So stop immediately.
Well, I already
Use
did
my
that
person.
other thing. Yeah, I mean, it is good
Take it
knowledge
back.
to have for the future
Oh, for sure.
and currently, but it's just kind of unnecessary, I feel like, for me personally, based off of the other things that I'm already keeping track of. Like, I'm keeping track of my expenses and how much I owe for taxes and how much I make a year. But this is like a formal way of showing someone else all of that information in like an easy to digest type of way.
Documenting it all. Ugh.
But yeah, now that I've got the template made for it, it won't be hard to do in the future. And if you ever have to tackle something like this, I could help you out a little bit.
That's another thing. Like, someday I hope to hire people, and with that, I'm sure just comes a mountain of paperwork. It's like, oh, you're a business now. Deal with all the tax things. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
The goal is you just suddenly get so lucrative in your business that you hire people to do everything for you, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And to tell you how to do things, because the benefit for sure of doing it yourself is like you know the ins and outs and possibly can save yourself some money and all that jazz. But I also feel like there's such a time investment for certain things and you don't know ahead of time like if it's worth it. But it just I want to just pay people to do jobs. But, you know, to each their own. And I commend you for doing such work. You have a willpower that is rare.
Also, free time.
I mean, that's also a benefit for sure.
Mercurial says, it sounds like your tax person is more corporate and maybe not knowledgeable about people in the arts. You know, that's kind of where I was leaning to, but I did specifically ask them if they have worked with freelance artists before.
And they said?
I mean, they said yes, and I was like, okay, cool, let's schedule an appointment for like a consultation. But now they're asking for profit and loss statements and balance sheets, and it just feels like unnecessary.
Yeah. I'm one person.
It's just me providing a service, not selling goods.
Yeah, seriously. Seems like it shouldn't be that cray-cray, but I also don't know what I'm talking about compared to a tax person. So if it is necessary, I wouldn't know. And that's why I pay people.
And that's also where I'm at of like,
Yeah.
I was really dissatisfied with my current tax person and they didn't ask for any of this. So is this tax person that is asking for this going to be
competency.
better?
It's possible. It's possible.
Or is it that I'm just going to have to like do all of my taxes myself and they're just going to be like, yep, looked it over, it's good, $700, please. No.
That's
I
the thing,
certified myself as an accountant. I'm not paying you. I feel like I'm on the road to becoming an accountant.
Well, how many years do you have to pay for somebody to do your taxes that you could have just paid for, like, learning from an accounting class or something? Like, oh, it takes $1,000 to learn how to become tax accredited or whatever? Okay, I'll do that. And I'm
Mercurial
just spitballing a number
says-
there. I have no idea how much it would actually cost.
No, money, who knows how it works. Mercurial says, the only person I've ever had to provide a P&L to is my mortgage guy. And Tara says, that's odd. Are you working with an accountant or a bookkeeper? So they are an accountant, as I think they also offer bookkeeper services. But maybe that's worth reaching out and clarifying again of like, I'm a freelance one-person thing. I don't sell goods. Do I need to provide this stuff? Maybe I'll do that tomorrow before I dive into a balance sheet and all of those line items.
Absolutely do. Yes. And if you're ever questioning, like, this seems off, like, yeah, talk to people about it. Because chances are it might be.
Perhaps.
And I mean, if
Alessandra.
it's not, then that's also good information. Like,
Yeah.
if it's not overkill.
Alessandra says, OMG, that sounds like a headache, Anthony. I used to help my aunt and had to translate each paper. She doesn't read English. It was so painful.
That must be hard. Paying taxes with my mother when we both spoke English was like the most stressful, bad time. And it's totally not her fault. It's just taxes. It was so confusing. Ooh. But,
Which is why we pay people hundreds of dollars to do them.
honestly, I do it right now out of like also just the time investment. I feel like I could get into it, but I don't have the time to. But when I was like a teenager with my first job, I was like, this is too much. Why don't they just tell you how much you owe?
And that's the easy taxes when you have like a
Yeah.
9 to 5 job or like a part-time job
I
where you
wasn't
get a
writing off anything.
W-2.
Yeah. Oh,
That's easy peasy. It's all this other stuff is like, I have no idea.
that's why.
Depreciation values.
Who would
Here's
know?
hundreds of dollars. Please help me.
Yeah, exactly. And the people who would know would probably know a heck of a ton more about how to, like, you know, do it not only right, but like in a way that would help you write off actual business expenses. Because like the risk of doing it yourself is you write off too much or not enough. And it's like if you do too much, that's like illegal and you're going to get audited. And if you do not enough, you're just screwing yourself out of money. So, and this is again is for the US tax system. It's confusing as heck. So if you're from a different country and maybe if they like actually tell you what you owe or something, there's a better tax system, just appreciate it a little bit for me today, please. Just a little bit. Because like it's a process every single year. Ooh. Well, and every quarter for freelancers. Oof. Okay, so I laid in some of this, like, moss clumps, I'm gonna call them. Now I'm just gonna, like, do little tick, tick, tick marks so I can kind of integrate the colors together. This is a little bit of the process that I did for that Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild fan art piece. And it is just really fun. It's a really fast and simple way to kind of denote moss. And moss is basically like grass, but really small. Or like ferns. I mean, there's a million different kinds of mosses. So really it's up to you what kind of moss you want to draw. Or if you're cool, have multiple different kinds of mosses in one piece. But yeah,
Are you gonna be cool, Anna?
No, I'm not cool enough for that. I might be. Maybe I'm daring today. But yeah, if you ever see like a forest floor full of moss, look closer and just give it a moment to figure out like what kind of plants it might be akin to or how you would denote it in a stylized way or whatever you want to do with your art, because it's cool and you should draw more moss. That's all I'm saying.
Tara says, yes, perfectly put, Anna. More money, more problems. And Anthony Jackson says, where can we post our wallpaper challenges?
Anywhere on the Discord, I would probably do in the current work tab. But if this is something that people really like doing, then we could totally do a channel just for it. So right now, I'd say current work, Anthony. But also feel free to, if you post it on socials or something, you could put it in the promote yourself tab and just show it off so that people can go to your page and see stuff, because that is super
Are you getting cool? Are you being cool?
I'm being cool. Look at this. It's like little ferns. Do you see?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it.
Oh, do you? Good.
Mercurial says, I use a CPA and he finds way more money than I am willing to take, so he earns his fee. And if I get audited, I am supposed to point at him when the feds show up at my door.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the same for me. They are liable for any mistakes, which is just, you know, an extra layer of feeling like you're taken care of. It's great. And I have never been audited, but they make it sound so horrible. So how about not that? And I don't know if auditing is a common thing in all countries. It's basically when they say, hey, you lied about what you spent money on and was tax deductible, so we're going to look through every single receipt that you wrote off and see where your money went and whether it was actually a business expense or not. And that kind of stuff. If you don't have the receipts, then you could get like fines or jail time or something like that. I don't know. Basically bad news. Beep, 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 beep. But I have to say, it is worth it to pay your taxes as well, because I know that in Oregon we have a few taxes that I've actually voted on, where it's like, oh, tax money will be put towards this. And usually it's really worthwhile, where it's like, oh, the infrastructure of the highways. Like, I drive on the highway all the time. That's something I really want to put money towards. So there are good reasons for some of the struggles that we go through. Oh, heck yeah. Basically, this is just its own little mini forest now. Oh, and we could get really abstract and whimsical with this as well. Oh yeah, and on the book that I'm working on right now, I just submitted the revised sketches for the interiors, so cross your fingers that those get approved and I can move on to finals of all the pieces. Oh my gosh. And then
All of my fingers are already crossed for a Disney Plus reboot of Futurama, I
and your
think.
toes, it's true. You don't get any more. Okay, what's another luck thing? Is there anything else that you can do to, like, wish for good luck? Am I crazy?
I think you could wish for it.
Wish for it. I'm willing to wish for it, wish for it.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, but that's like if you say something bad is gonna happen and you're like, oh, knock on wood to make it not happen.
Hmm.
Maybe we should look up, like, little idioms like that. Why are they called idioms, by the way? Do you know?
Probably root reasons.
In Latin, it means saying something. Ooh. Wow. I was thinking of having a few big pieces of maybe grass, maybe clover at the top. What do you think, Anthony?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Lucky clover. Oh, we could just leave it lines. That would be fun.
It says the origin is late 16th century from French idiome or via late Latin from Greek idioma, private property, peculiar phraseology from idiostai, make one's own, from idios, own, private. An idiom, isn't that like in our area? That's what we would refer to as a good luck thing. Like an idiom is a local thing, so that's like here we call it this. Yeah. Is that kind of like idiom-esque?
Are you asking me or telling me?
Yeah, asking.
Oh, okay.
What do you know of the word idiom?
I would say not much. Sorry, I'm trying to draw. Idiom would be some kind of short saying that has meaning to a culture, kind of like a meme, but a saying that's a meme. I would say that they are probably colloquial, like, you know, that a certain group of people would say them, a certain culture, a certain place, whatever. But I don't know if that's always the rule. Hey, chat, throw in the definition for idiom in the chat if you know it, or if you think you know it. Clearly.
Tora had
just
said,
thinking
knock on wood, all the good vibes, and then went on to say, so I've been doing it wrong this entire time. That explains a lot.
about- You never know if you're doing it wrong until you talk to people and you're like, oh, that's what it means. But maybe we're all just wrong and you're right. Who knows? Could
Daphne
be.
says, like soccer and football. Colloquial.
Exactly. It's all just soccer and football, baby.
Mhm.
Yeah, what other sports did everybody play? I'm curious. I wanted to do lacrosse. I always thought that looked like a fun one, but I never did. Now I just want to go through obstacle courses. Or like an escape room, but somehow you have to like exercise to get out of it. Give me a good game. Game for my brain. What about you, Anthony? Have you been keeping up on the Ring Fit Adventure?
No, haven't played it in months.
Okay, so I need
It got hot, and I can't move any more than I already do.
That's honestly very
Having
true.
no AC makes living
hard.
and exercising a little harder.
Hotter, harder, faster, stronger.
Nope, slower, weaker.
Falling asleeper.
Mercurial says, I was a fencer in college and archery.
Oh my gosh, those are the coolest. Are you kidding me? What school did you go to? Is this like the Parent Trap school of fencing and archery?
Amazing, yeah.
I love
Alessandra
it.
says, in my country we did a frisbee game, but it was called that, and it wasn't called that, and we used a different thing.
So wait, what? It was called not
It
frisbee.
wasn't called frisbee, but it was a frisbee game, but it wasn't called that.
Interesting.
And we used a different thing.
So all of it just wasn't frisbee, but you were playing frisbee.
I suppose so.
Normal.
We also have Armin joining the chat.
Hey Armin, what's up? How are you? Welcome to the stream. We're just drawing a wallpaper that's dark mode. So if you want to join in on this challenge, we have a link to the Discord down below where you can post it in the current work channel and show off what kind of dark mode wallpaper you create. And I think I'd like to do this as like a weekly challenge. So maybe every Monday you come here and just get some kind of prompt for a wallpaper, which is to say a digital piece of art, basically. Because the only real stipulation about wallpapers versus any other like piece of art is just that it's intended for digital consumption. So you're using it as a wallpaper on your phone, tablet, computer, whatever, what have you.
Mercurial says, LOL, a little women's college in Shenandoah Valley of Virginia.
Little Women's College. Is that where they just teach you the book Little Women over and over and over again? Little Women. Da, 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 da. That is awesome, though. I want to go to there. I want to learn fencing and archery with you. I think that would be so cool.
Mercurial goes on to say, I'm definitely the person you want on your zombie apocalypse team until I run out of arrows.
Until
But that's
then.
when you do the fencing.
No, your other hobby is whittling arrows.
Perfect. You'll never run out.
I'm a self-sustained arrow machine.
Alessandra says, LOL, it was called Ring. It was shaped like a frisbee, but we played the same way frisbee is played here in the US. Got it?
James and I usually go out and play frisbee like once, maybe twice a week. And the other thing we do is kick around a soccer ball. So those are like the two activities. And basically if our feet are tired, we do frisbee. If our arms are tired, we do soccer. And I'll tell you what, it's fun. I like just having an activity that you can go out and do. But luckily we live next to like a big field where we can easily go. So if you got that, I would highly recommend get a frisbee, play some ring.
Frisbee ring.
I'm gonna do like a tiny bit of grass right here. Just a little bit.
Can you highlight some of the channels on Discord people can share their work to?
No. Alright, so
Perfect.
this is the Discord. I'm on Scream Schedules. Hey, we've got some new people. Ooh, Anonymous Panda has showed up. Hello, welcome to the Discord. Oh, not so anonymous now. Hey, I'm here now. Alright, so we've got a lot of channels. Yes, it can be a little overwhelming to look at. However, when you get used to them, a lot of the most used ones are just a few, honestly. So if you go to art things, this is our folder for art things. Wow. And the first one here is current work, and this is just to like show off whatever you want, whatever you're currently working on. And then Whip It Good is for works in progress, so that's if it's like not quite finished yet, you can show it off still. And then critiques, I want to really make sure you guys know, if you want to critique, put it in the critique tab. If not, do not critique anybody else's work. It's only an invite if it's in the critique tab. So just let you know that. And then we've got a few others. All of the channels have descriptions at the top. So if you're ever curious what this channel is about, just click up here and you'll see our little description that most of them Anthony lovingly wrote. So thank you, Anthony, for that. And so yeah, you can figure out where you want to post. Again, for the wallpapers, I'm thinking current work tab. You can see Anthony 2.0 / Anthony Jackson's amazing new character, Aster Frost. So cool. A cyber meta with cool ice powers. This kid is a prankster and a very skilled tactician. Always thinking 5 steps ahead. So cool. I love it, Anthony. So cool. Oh wait, I have to put, let's do a little, because it's so cool. Anyways, there's the Discord, hang out. There's a link in the description down below. And hey, Replay Landers, we would love to see you there. Thanks for, watching. It's always good to see you. Beep, beep, beep.
John in the chat saying, this is pretty cool. I didn't even know there were live events.
Live events? Like here on Behance?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. There's so much live stuff here on Behance. It's awesome. Definitely check out Adobe Live regularly, but then also there are tons of just individual streamers on the platform. So one of the ways you can find them is going to the live tab on Behance. It's got live streams as a tab, and you can see a ton of people who are not necessarily on Adobe Live who are streaming all different times of the day. And if you follow any of them, then you can get notifications for whenever they go live. And of course, after the fact, after they've streamed, you can see what they streamed after. And yeah, it's just on their Behance page. So it's all together in one nice little conglomeration. Did I get everything?
We're also on
Anthony?
YouTube.
Oh yeah, we're on YouTube also. Yeah. Whoop, whoop. That's just us, though. I mean, come on. I think a few other of the streamers, or at least featured streamers, are on different sites. Some of them do Twitch, some of them do Twitter. I know that Andre simulcasts to Twitter, and he was saying his last stream, like, oh my gosh, I've gotten a lot of people over on Twitter, and that's just super cool. Can't imagine, like, oh, you can actually directly have your following just watch. Oh, so cool. But I gotta say, it's been wonderful to stream on Behance, and obviously streaming with my best friend definitely makes it better. And getting to know all of you guys. It's such a lovely community here. Cannot overstate how welcoming everyone is and how just creative and, what would you call it, like inspiring, enlivening it is to be around other artists all the time. It's great. Feels like a little collective.
We're at 6 o'clock already.
Oh my gosh, we got there? Oof. Oof. But I'm drawing moss. Must draw more moss. Okay, okay.
The moss is looking really good.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like it. I still might finagle some of the colors. Maybe do like a soft light layer over it to kind of bring it into the color world of this. But yeah, this is a partial way through. This is the work in progress for our wallpaper. Dark mode is the theme for this one. So if you can make something that looks easy on the eyes when there are no lights on, I'll definitely like put a whip of this up and we can test it on our phones so that we can be like, huh, is this working yet? It's definitely a work in progress though. So the finished one I'll probably put on my Patreon because that's where I offer wallpapers. So yeah, there's a link for that as well down below, and links for Anthony and links for Joe and Kendall, as well as so many other things that we love. So check them out. And Anonymous Panda is asking, have you played the new Google game? We did that over the weekend. It was very good. Not the entire game. I did more exploring. I think James did one of the like sports things. And Anthony, how much did you do?
I did a few of the sports things.
Okay. I want to keep playing because it's really fun, but it's so cute and in-depth. I'm very impressed that they did all of that, so good on them. Especially the whole animated trailer at the beginning. It's amazing.
Yeah, beautiful.
So everybody go play the Google game and have a great day, and get vaccinated, wear your mask, wash your hands. There's still things to be careful about. Pandemic is not over. Remember to be kind to each other and to yourselves for sure. Make sure to drink water. Anthony, is there anything you'd like to say before we go?
Thanks for joining in on Behance and over on YouTube. It was really popping off over there.
Hey, YouTube. Let's say hi real quick. Let's see. Anonymous Panda and Ryan Selvey.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see Anna's shopping haul videos. Someday.
We should. We could show all the cool
Store
artwork we've
haul.
got from like CTN, Lightbox, different
Actually,
conventions.
I did that for Icon.
could be fun.
That's on my YouTube channel. That's crazy.
Oh, there is a shopping haul video
Apparently.
then.
It's not really shopping. It's much more like,
Right.
I don't know. I'm cheap. So it's hard to say it's shopping.
My haul.
My haul of 2 things. It took me so much like effort to make myself pay for washi tape that I've used on so many things now, and I'm like, I need more washi tape. This time I know. Just spend the money. You'll love it. Anyways. Shopping haul video coming soon. We'll see you again on Wednesday, 4 p.m. Pacific. Thank you so much for being here, and we will see you later. Bye.
Bye.